The 10 minutes before bed are secretly controlling your dog's entire mental state. Most dog owners think the most important part of the day is the morning walk,
Good
feeding
boy.
time,
There
or
you
training
go.
sessions.
Enjoy your dinner.
Wrong. The most psychologically important moment in your dog's entire day happens right before sleep, and almost nobody realizes they're accidentally destroying their dog's nervous system during those final 10 minutes. Not because they're bad owners, not because they don't love their dog, but because modern humans completely misunderstand how a dog's brain transitions into rest. And if you keep getting this moment wrong, you can unintentionally create anxiety, hyperactivity, clinginess, nighttime pacing, barking, poor emotional regulation, and even long-term behavioral problems. Because the last emotional state your dog experiences before sleep often becomes the emotional tone their nervous system carries into the next day. This video is going to explain what most owners accidentally teach before bedtime, why so many dogs struggle to fully relax, and how to transform your dog's nighttime routine into the foundation of emotional stability. 7 sections. Watch carefully, because once you understand this, you'll never look at bedtime the same way again. Section 1. Why your dog gets crazy at night. Almost every dog owner has experienced this, the late-night explosion. Your dog suddenly starts sprinting through the house, throwing toys around, barking randomly, pacing non-stop, demanding attention, or acting completely out of control. Most people laugh and say, "Looks like the zoomies." But what's actually happening is far more important. Nighttime is when the nervous system finally releases everything it suppressed during the day. Especially modern indoor dogs. Think about their daily life. Most dogs spend hours waiting, watching, staying indoors, suppressing energy, and existing in an environment their biology was never designed for. Then suddenly, the house becomes quiet. The stimulation changes. Your energy changes, and the dog's nervous system finally says, now everything comes out. That explosion at night is often accumulated stress looking for release. Not happiness, not bad behavior. Release. And here's where owners accidentally make it worse. Instead of helping the nervous system settle, they add even more stimulation. Excited voices, rough play, wrestling, chasing games, hyper interaction right before bed. And by the time the dog finally lies down, their body is exhausted, but their nervous system is still wide awake. That's why so many dogs appear tired, while remaining mentally restless. The body sleeps. The brain doesn't. Section 2. The biggest mistake owners make before bed. Most humans treat bedtime affection like this. Last chance to give my dog lots of excitement and love before sleep. So they create massive emotional stimulation right before the dog's nervous system is supposed to power down. Imagine giving a child sugar and loud music 5 minutes before bed. That's essentially what many owners do emotionally to dogs every night. And because dogs bond so deeply through energy and emotional states, your emotional intensity becomes their emotional intensity. This is why many dogs struggle to settle, follow owners around at night, constantly seek interaction, or become emotionally dependent on bedtime rituals. Their nervous system never fully disconnects from stimulation. And over time, the brain starts associating nighttime with emotional activation instead of recovery. That's when owners begin seeing problems like midnight barking, inability to self-soothe, sleeping anxiety, pacing, whining, attention-seeking behavior, or hyperattachment. And the dangerous part? Most people think the dog is asking for more affection. Sometimes, the dog is actually asking for help calming down. There's a massive difference. Section 3. Why calm connection is more powerful than excitement. Dogs do not emotionally bond with humans the same way humans bond with each other. Humans often bond through stimulation. Talking, laughing, excitement, activity. Dogs bond most deeply through nervous system safety. That means calm breathing, soft energy, predictable movement, silence, and emotional stability. This is why truly secure dogs often prefer simply lying near their owner quietly. No constant interaction. Just presence. And this is the part most owners never understand. To a dog, calmness feels safer than excitement. Excitement is stimulating. Safety is regulating. Those are not the same thing. A dog who constantly seeks stimulation is often a dog whose nervous system never learned how to settle. And if every night ends in emotional chaos, the brain never fully enters recovery mode. That stress accumulates, quietly, over months. Section 4. The 10-minute reset routine. Here's what emotionally balanced dog owners do differently. The final 10 minutes before sleep become intentionally calm. No rough play, no wrestling, no high-pitched excitement, no emotional chaos. Instead, everything slows down. Movement becomes slower, voices become softer, energy becomes predictable. Some owners even dim lights or reduce noise levels. And something fascinating begins happening inside the dog's brain. The nervous system starts mirroring the emotional environment. Heart rate decreases, breathing slows, cortisol levels begin dropping. The body starts transitioning toward actual recovery. This is why emotionally stable dogs often have bedtime routines that look incredibly boring to humans. Because stability is boring, chaos is stimulating, and modern humans are addicted to stimulation. Dogs are not. One of the most powerful things you can do before bed is simply sit quietly near your dog without demanding interaction. No phone, no TV chaos, no constant touching. Just calm coexistence. To humans, that can feel emotionally empty. To dogs, it often feels deeply safe. Section 5. Why some dogs follow you everywhere at night. This behavior surprises many owners. The moment nighttime begins, their dog suddenly becomes extremely attached, following them to the bathroom, the kitchen, the bedroom, everywhere. Most people think, my dog is just affectionate. Sometimes that's true, but often, nighttime attachment is linked to nervous system insecurity. Remember, dogs are biologically pack animals. Darkness naturally increases environmental alertness, and when the environment becomes quiet, many dogs instinctively monitor the movement of the person they trust most. You. This becomes much stronger in emotionally sensitive breeds, especially dogs already prone to anxiety, hyperattachment, or overstimulation. The more emotionally chaotic the household feels at night, the more the dog feels the need to stay connected to you, not because they're trying to control you, because their nervous system doesn't fully feel safe disconnecting. And this is where calm nighttime structure becomes life-changing. When the environment consistently feels peaceful, dogs stop obsessively monitoring everything around them, because the brain no longer expects emotional unpredictability. Section 6. The difference between a tired dog and a regulated dog. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings in dog ownership. Exhaustion is not the same as emotional balance. Many owners think, if my dog is tired, everything is fine. Wrong. You can physically exhaust a dog, while their nervous system remains completely dysregulated. This is why some dogs collapse from exhaustion, but still twitch constantly during sleep, wake up easily, or seem restless even after activity. The body is tired, the brain is not calm. A regulated dog looks different. Their breathing softens, their muscles relax, their body becomes loose, their sleep becomes deep and stable, and most importantly, their nervous system feels safe enough to fully let go. That's the real goal. Not exhaustion. Safety. Because emotionally healthy dogs are not simply worn out, they are regulated. There's a massive difference. Section 7. What changes after 30 days? If you consistently create calm emotional evenings, you start noticing changes that feel almost unbelievable. Week 1. Your dog may seem confused, especially if they're used to chaotic nighttime interaction. Some dogs will actually demand stimulation harder at first. That's normal. The nervous system is testing the old pattern. Week 2. You'll notice your dog settling faster at night. Less pacing, less whining, less restless behavior. Week 3. Your dog begins emotionally disconnecting from constant stimulation. You may notice deeper sleep, calmer evenings, less clinginess, reduced nighttime anxiety, and softer overall behavior. Week 4. The emotional atmosphere of the entire home changes, because dogs do not simply exist inside your environment, they absorb it. And when a dog's nervous system finally learns, nighttime is safe, everything changes. Focus improves, emotional regulation improves. Even separation anxiety often decreases, because the dog's brain is no longer living in a constant cycle of emotional overactivation. And this is the part most people never realize. The final emotional moments of the day shape the nervous system more than the loud moments do. Your dog doesn't need a perfect owner, they need a predictable nervous system around them. Calm energy, calm movement, calm endings. The greatest form of love you can give a dog is helping their brain finally feel safe enough to rest.